Hello again. Nice to see you all here for the closing plenary of day one of the week of action. So excited about this next half hour, which will be indeed very jam-packed. But I want to first say we are thrilled to be able to bring to you the 2021 Sustainable Development Goals Service Project Pitch sponsored by Colgate's Bright Smiles, Bright Futures. So thank you. And thank you for taking the time to join the closing plenary. You see here our fantastic contributors to tonight's closing plenary. And this is such an appropriate and fitting way to close out the first day. We are thrilled to once again provide this opportunity for competition for our members and to provide a little bit of funding that will help benefit the chosen Sustainable Development Goal Service Project. So very quickly about the actual pitch itself. The rules are simple, but they're also very difficult. And the presenters will tell you that afterwards. Each presenter has only 15 seconds per slide and a total of 15 slides in order to convey their message and to share their pitch. And here's another catch. They are not allowed to have any words or assistive text as aid during their presentation. So tonight, I want to congratulate first our semifinalists for making it to this round. And I want to go ahead and share who those five semifinalist presenters will be. Zoe Fisher and Matthew O, partnering with UNA Broward County Chapter. Crystal Martinez and Shelby Anderson, partnering with UNA Orange County Chapter, Lauren Schaefer from UNA Claremont College, and Shayna Vassar from UNA National Capital Area, and Julianne Wang from UNA Westchester Chapter. So a virtual hearty congratulations for making it this far. And they will be presenting their 3.75 minutes, yes, 3.75 minutes, pitch to an esteemed panel of judges whom I'd like to introduce now. So first, we are thrilled to welcome, representing our pitch sponsor, Colgate's Bright Smiles, Bright Futures, Matilde Hernandez. So thank you, Matilde, for joining us. She is the Community Outreach and Professional Relations Senior Manager of North America. So thank you for serving as a judge.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Honored to be here.
Thank you. Our next judge is Casey Brown, who is Senior Vice President at the UN Foundation for Policy and Strategic Initiatives. So thank you, Casey, for serving as a judge since you know SDGs very well.
So excited to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And of course, our terrific, esteemed, and fearless leader of UNA USA, Rachel Bowen Pittman. So thank you for being here, Rachel.
I can't wait to see him.
All right. So really quickly, before we start the pitches, one more thing that might be really important is to note that it's not only up to the judges, there's actually a percentage of the final tally that will come from you, the audience. So at the end of the 5 presentations, you will be able to vote on your favorite one, and you will see who will take home the $500 funds to benefit their service project pitch. So at this time, I would like to ask Zoe Fisher and Matthew O to be on the screen, and to add to the nerve-wracking portion of this, we will actually have a 15-second timer that will go continuously through the slides. So with that, please start the timer now.
We're MUN Impact, an NGO that works to promote action for the UN SDGs.
Our organization is run completely by and for youth.
Our programs have reached over 25,000 students from 150 plus countries.
And that's just the beginning.
During our global summit, we introduced a series of SDG sandbox strands, where students developed project blueprints in 1-hour brainstorming sessions. After this success, we resolved to create a more long-term program to encourage action.
The SDG Hubs are a collection of communities devoted to planning and executing action projects for the SDGs. Each hub is led by a group of student leaders who guide participants, known as SDG ambassadors, through a design thinking process to develop projects.
At the end of every 4-month iteration, SDG ambassadors get to pitch their projects to a panel of social innovation experts in a dolphin pool event. There, they receive valuable feedback and encouragement. The program also teaches them valuable skills that transcend action.
The SDG Hubs also give students confidence, project planning, and team building skills that allow them to take on leadership roles in and out of MUN Impact. Faris, who was an ambassador, now serves as Deputy Secretary General of North America for our organization.
We kicked off our pilot round of the hubs in fall of 2020 with 3 hubs for SDG 4, 5, and 13 with 100 plus participants. Our hubs culminated this March in a dolphin pool session where 8 student finalists presented 4 projects.
Hub 4 developed blueprints for an online student skill sharing platform. Hub 5 hosted a series of open forums on gender issues, and Hub 13 created a video on the intersectionality of SDG 13 and started an eco-friendly mask-making campaign.
We're really proud of the pilot round, but there are areas for improvement in engagement, accountability, and equipping ambassadors with the right knowledge. For starters, we've built a new robust leadership team consisting of experienced students from 10 countries with diverse perspectives. 2 of our changes this year will be adopting points-based engagement strategies and a new curriculum to teach design thinking skills. The curriculum will be goal-oriented, outlining specific milestones that drive ambassadors to succeed.
Most importantly, we are also introducing unifying themes, which are individual SDGs that encourage ambassadors to apply intersectionality to their projects. This change was inspired by our UNODC partner, Education for Justice, and their commitment to SDG 16. To aid us in developing the curriculum, we have the support of partners such as India-based startup incubator Vrooks Ecosystem and many other key organizations pictured here. With the support of them and our parent organization, our opportunity to grow is limitless.
With UNA USA's help, we will purchase digital content creation services for projects, establish an ambassador fund with built-in safeguards, and invest in a privacy law-compliant community platform provided by ASOGA.
In the spirit of quality education, we plan to partner with local UNA USA chapters to connect the SDG program to local schools. This is a great way to engage more adolescents with UNA USA and make SDG education and project development available to classrooms.
Our by youth for youth mentoring approach sets us apart. In addition to our international reach, proven sustainability, leadership incubation, and organizational support. By investing in SDG hubs, you are not investing in one SDG project, but a future of student action for all 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Thank you.
And you beat the timer. Congratulations. Thank you, Zoe and Matthew. And next we will have Crystal Martinez and Shelby Anderson. And let's get you up there and then we will start the timer in just a few seconds. Shelby and Crystal. And the timer starts now.
Hi, everybody. My name is Shelby Anderson. I'm partnering with Crystal Martinez on our project, Small Businesses for Sustainable Development, focused on Orange County. We live in Orange County, which is home to over 90,000 businesses, and many of them have regional impact, such as favorite small town coffee shops, but they also have bigger impact in our community. We have big businesses like Disneyland, UC Irvine, and Boeing Engineering, and many more. Many of Orange County's businesses are already working towards SDGs without even knowing it. Many local businesses seek to impact their communities in a positive way by providing donations, using environmentally friendly products, or using their platform for good. So what are we doing? With our project, businesses will complete a yearly online application that asks them to display their efforts that they have been making to contribute to the community and to the Sustainable Development Goals. As there's 17 SDGs, this allows businesses from all over to show their contributions. Once businesses have completed the application, members of UNA OC and the OC Business Council will review their application and approve them for their contribution to the SDGs. We believe that businesses want to have a good impact, but need to do so in an organized way with SDGs. Once they've received recognition, we would provide them with a plaque and some stickers to hang in their businesses so customers can see that they are contributing to global initiatives on a local level. Additionally, we would have the reputation with UNAOC to provide a yearly report that tracks all of the SDGs that have been contributed to in our county with all of the businesses that are applying to our program. And then we can provide advertising with our report through the use of the UNA website, our social media accounts, which then not only has positive impact for the UNA OC and bringing awareness to what we're doing in our community, but also business to the businesses as they are getting positive media attention, which nobody's upset about. Our goal is to provide opportunities for partnerships with the local businesses and UNAOC to further initiatives and membership to our groups. We believe this initiative will lead to greater and more engaged UNA USA membership in our chapter. As an organization that is constantly seeking to move forward and have a positive impact, we need people from the community who are already forward thinkers and seeking to do good, like business leaders and community people. The potential partnerships that we have with this is to create scholarships and sponsorships with the business owners and UNAOC to contribute to our youth who want to have good projects and do more for their community, but might need some funding to do so. Additionally, we want to create opportunities for the business leaders to partner with the youth in our community. We have gotten a lot of feedback that our youth want mentors and they want advice in order to move forward in their professional lives. What better way than to connect them to business leaders in their own community? Overall, the SDGs that we are focusing on are quality education, decent work and economic growth, responsible consumption, and partnerships for the goals, as all of these goals can be potentially met with our partnership with the businesses. Why are we doing this though? We want to highlight and recognize what small businesses are doing on a local level, but also on a global impact. We want to empower people to vote with their dollar and practice conscious consumerism and conscious capitalism. We would use the $500 grant to help create the website, volunteer shirts and things like that, and create the certificates that the businesses would be hanging up in their windows. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you'll vote for us.
Thank you, Crystal and Shelby. And next we have Lauren Schaefer. Lauren, your time starts now.
Hi, my name is Lauren Schaefer, and I'm the president of the Claremont College's UNA chapter. And our project is an environmental awareness and action campaign that spans the Claremont Colleges alongside the Claremont community. Claremont is located in Southern California and has a warm climate. Southern California itself experiences some of the hottest temperatures ever recorded on Earth, as hot as 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Excuse me. To promote awareness and mitigate the impact of local climate change, our team has a plan to energize the Claremont colleges and community around environmental awareness and to change our community for the better. This project contains two parts. During the first part, we plan to conduct an awareness campaign to inform students of how they can reduce their carbon footprint and encourage their schools to do the same. Excuse me. For the second part, we plan to conduct an assessment of our college's environmental policies. During our awareness campaign, we will be distributing sustainable products such as water bottles and tote bags, which will have sustainability guides attached to them. We'll also be putting up posters around campus to help promote sustainable practices, such as how to recycle and compost properly. We will also plan to have guest speakers and prominent lecturers who will educate our students around and our community on sustainability-related issues. As mentioned, our report also includes an assessment of what the school's sustainability approaches currently are. We will conduct an inventory on what the school is already doing to promote environmental sustainability and adopt LEED standards. Now, what are LEED standards? LEEDs stand for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, and it is the most widely used green building rating system in the world. Their standards include things like net zero goals in both carbon and waste. At the end of our assessment, we will provide suggestions for our schools based on our findings. This way, we can lobby some of the colleges as well as the community to change any unsustainable practices they may have and push them towards these LEED standards. By lobbying for these important initiatives, we will not only increase environmental awareness, but we will also be making a difference in our local environment. We intend to partner with the Claremont City Council to make this into a long-term project, which would include expanding and exporting this project into the city and beyond. The impact of our project is crucial because it will lead students, professors, and staff at the Claremont colleges, as well as those within the Claremont community and beyond, to be aware of their environmental impacts and reduce their carbon footprints. We plan to partner with each each of the Claremont College's administration and students, the United Nations Association in Pomona Valley, who is our sister chapter, and other local UNA chapters, the Sustainability Club of Claremont, and other sustainable groups around the campus and the community. Our financial plans for this project are to purchase the sustainable projects we will give to students, the posters we will post around campus, and the sustainability guides we will distribute to students, faculty, staff, and community members. Any additional funding would go towards events, particularly to provide speakers with an honorarium. Through this project, we are focused on promoting SDG 7, affordable and clean energy, SDG 11, sustainable cities and communities, SDG 12, responsible consumption and production, and lastly, SDG 13, climate action. We are committed to building a truly sustainable community on our campus and in our surrounding areas. As members of the UNA Claremont team, we are excited to implement our environmental awareness and action campaign alongside the community of Claremont because this is a much needed campaign, not just for the Claremont colleges, but for the community and surrounding areas as well. If we can bring success at the local level with our campaign, we can create a positive impact upon other communities throughout the state, which will lead to a more environmentally friendly and sustainable California. Thank you.
Thank you. Great job. And next, we will have Shayna Vaser from, oh, there you are, Shayna, and your time starts now.
As an advocate at the United Nations Association of the National Capital Area, I frequently hear the same questions from legislators, activists, and even sometimes new UNA members. What are the SDGs? What do the SDGs actually do? And what does the UN have to do with anything that's happening within our own communities, especially in times of crisis? So at UNA NCA, we saw this information gap as an opportunity to bring attention to the possibilities of the SDG framework. UNA is all about bridging global goals with local action. So we started talking to community stakeholders about what limited their ability to effectively support community development, especially during COVID. Time and again, we heard lack of data and lack of unified benchmarks of vulnerability or resilience across sectors. A sustainable city doesn't just have low carbon emissions. Its residents are housed, fed, employed, healthy, and enjoy equitable access to public resources. But we can't achieve any of these benchmarks when we think of them as being separate. We have to look at an issue like food insecurity in the context of health equity, access to education, environmental justice. So that's what we're striving to do through our SDG NCA project, leverage the interconnectedness of the SDGs as a blueprint for inclusive progress. Our project involves localizing every SDG target and indicator to DC, Maryland, and Virginia, and creating an online dashboard that any legislator, direct service provider, educator, or UNA member can use for easy exploration. We're essentially translating a global target, take 16.3, promoting the rule of law to ensure equal access to justice, into how that manifests in our own communities. In this case, we're looking at rates of pretrial detention, police brutality, incarceration, and more. Take a topic like environmental justice. Maybe you're curious about why across our region, there are less environmental management projects in areas that are historically Black and low income, despite there being greater flood risk. Our analysis includes maps like this one to illustrate inequity and offer critical insight into the potential causes and influencing factors. Our SDG NCA dashboard, pictured here, consolidates our metadata and analysis, which we've gathered in partnership with food banks, housing advocates, think tanks, and global justice institutions. Your support will enable us to publish this dashboard under a registered domain, to expand our team's capacity to engage new partners, and to grow the available data, which will help us gain a better understanding of the actual landscape of inequity across the national capital area in the context of the SDGs. Ultimately, that's what I really want to emphasize here today. This project is an exercise in community, both in terms of the project's development and in its applications as an accessible, interactive digital tool for a diverse set of users. This dashboard is also something of a launching pad for productive dialogue with our data and analysis broken down by county, ward, state, and by congressional district. So we're able to bring together implementing organizations, civil society, and governing bodies with the SDGs as that point of connection. This dashboard is essentially an organizing mechanism. So this is an opportunity to demonstrate firsthand that the SDGs, and by extension, the United Nations, provide an actionable agenda to forge a more inclusive future, both here and abroad. And the best part is that we're not limited to the national capital area. Our data collection framework and localization process are a replicable procedure that can be implemented in any jurisdiction and led by any UNA chapter. So together, we're raising the visibility of the SDGs to policymakers, to practitioners, to activists, while taking a truly community-centric approach to our work. So through this project, we're able to educate and engage our community as we work to advance human rights and dignity for all, starting in our backyards. Thanks so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Shayna. And our final presentation is from Julianne Wong. There's Julianne. And your time starts now.
When people speak about women's rights today, it seems so ubiquitous and well addressed when, in reality, no country has reached gender equality. In 1979, the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, CEDAW, was adopted by the United Nations. But the United States is only one of 6 countries in the world that has not ratified CEDAW. The other 5 countries are Iran, Somalia, Sudan, Palau, and Tonga. This picture is from a high school yearbook. 80 girls' original photos, like the one on their left, were edited because they were regarded as immodest. But in the same yearbook, there were 2 boys only in their Speedos. There is clearly an inequality between the girls' and boys' dress codes. You might think that this happened several decades ago, but shockingly, this just happened last week in Florida. Gender inequality is way worse than it seems. But also last week, the UNA USA Westchester chapter convened the initial meeting of the working group with key government offices on the implementation of CEDAW in our county. One of our priorities is to define areas where women's rights are not being sufficiently addressed, such as violence against women, access to resources, including shelters, healthcare, and daycare facilities, access to educational resources for females who lack internet support and an educational space. Westchester County is a pioneer in pushing for women's rights and educating girls on the inequalities. We are also the only county in New York that has adopted a CEDAW resolution. We are also the only county in New York that celebrates the International Day of the Girl, IDG, which is inspired by the United Nations International Day of the Girl Child. The inaugural IDG conference in 2019 brought together more than 450 girls and women to celebrate their uniqueness, aspirations, challenges, and accomplishments. This is a powerful effort to champion equality and female empowerment. In 2020, the event was held virtually due to COVID-19. For the 2021 SDG, we will introduce and promote outreach to youth on CEDAW by holding an in-person and virtual event. The theme of this year is ratifying CEDAW, Girls Speak Out. The girls cannot wait to unite together again, ignite our passions, and vocalize our thoughts. The in-person event will be held at Westchester's capital, White Plains. We will invite the other 57 county youth bureaus in the state to join our virtual Zoom conference to share this historical moment. With your support, we can target aid to meet the defined needs through compiled data sets. With your support, we can further advance improvements of equal opportunities for women while promoting non-discrimination and availability of social benefits. With your support, we can encourage other municipalities to join our efforts to advocate women's rights. With your support, thousands of girls will be able to meet in person or online this October. With your support, we can educate girls on their rights that they are not even aware of that has been taken away. We must speak out and make our voices heard. Powerful girls will become powerful women who will raise powerful girls in the future.
Thank you, Julianne. And that concludes our 5 presentations from our semifinalists. So I want to just take a moment and applaud all 5 presentations and presenters, because I know how difficult it is. It's extremely difficult to pack in your message into such a short amount of time. So right now we're going to open up some of the voting to you, the audience. So you'll see on your screen, vote for your favorite project. And this again will be incorporated into the overall percentage from the judges. And while you do that, I'm actually going to toss it over to Tate Wimberly to offer a couple of remarks.
Yeah, thank you so much to all of the participants, the presenters, and the semifinal for their presentations. It's surely a tough decision to pick a winner from all these amazing presentations. The SDGs give people at the local level a framework for how to make progress on daily community issues. And we would love to see these more widely adopted by more local communities and young people around the globe. These 17 goals help us develop systematic thinking whereby we are actively addressing root causes of environmental, social, and governance problems, and then coming up with key solutions to address some of these issues. Just by creating some of these initiatives that incorporate sustainable solutions, our winners have developed a set of enhanced systems and design thinking skills. UNA USA is a part of the UN Foundation, which houses many different campaigns and initiatives that collaborate with the United Nations, including the SDGs. Now, to share a bit more about the work that UN Foundation has been coordinating and helping to implement surrounding the SDGs is Casey Brown. Casey?
Hey, everybody. I mostly want to just say thank you so much for all of your presentations today, your enthusiasm and your energy, your creativity, your dedication, your kick-ass smarts. It was really, really amazing. And to see what you're doing in support of the Sustainable Development Goals and to really demonstrate that they are not this just this framework. They are really the blueprint for all of you for action in your own communities. And we know, we've heard it, we hear it every day, that the SDGs provide the framework for responding to and recovering from this pandemic and for building better going forward. They also, as Tate said, enable us to tackle these interconnected and pressing issues and challenges here in this country and in our communities and in our houses throughout the United States. We heard today around issues of climate change and gender inequality, tackling poverty and inequalities, and inspiring new partnerships and approaches. You know, sometimes it's easy as someone like myself, I worked in the US government to negotiate the Sustainable Development Goals. It's easy to focus on kind of the big national legislative work and needs when it comes to the SDG impacts. And don't get me wrong, that is super important. But for the SDGs to really take root, we need more of what you all are leading on today. It's service projects and ideas in specific communities and focused on specific problems. And it's that laser focused attention that's going to help us contribute to the overall achievement and actualization of the goals in the US and across geographies and sectors and age groups. So I'm honored to lead work at the United Nations Foundation that is further elevating these diverse forms of leadership across the United States and across our societies, including the amazing work that UNA USA is shepherding and leading. A critical element of this work really truly is personalizing the way that the goals resonate for real people and tackling real challenges. And that is what you all are doing in spades. So I'm just so flabbergasted and blown away at how amazing you all are, how gifted you are, and how passionate you are. And I'm really excited to continue to learn from you in our collective quest to bring the SDGs home in the United States. So I look forward to working with you all. And Farah, back over to you.
Great. Thank you so much, Casey. And our judges, I think, are finalizing up their tally, and our team is scurrying to. Oh, I just got the message in over the wire, and I am very pleased. Again, I want to first say that what a tremendous accomplishment everyone should feel. So congratulations again to all 5 of the semifinalists. But the winner of the 2021 Sustainable Development Goals Service Project pitch brought to you by Colgate Bright Smiles, Bright Futures is Shayna Vaser. So congratulations, Shayna. Good stuff for representing the National Capital Area chapter. Excellent work. Well, thank you all for joining us. And I'm going to actually, for some closing remarks and fabulous announcements, I'm going to turn it over to London.
Thank you so much, Farah, and thank you to our wonderful judges, Matilde, Casey, and Rachel, and to everyone that joined us this evening. The SDGs, of course, are an important blueprint for the global community to ensure that we leave no one behind in sustainable development, life with dignity, and a healthy planet. And I'm excited, because UNA USA encourages and nurtures service projects by our members, and as a result, UNA USA is able to engage Americans on the fulfillment of the 2030 agenda. So thank you all for a great first day prepping for the rest of the week of action. Don't forget to join us for the optional happy hour that's happening immediately following this to learn more about our fantastic affinity groups. Thank you, everyone, and have a great night. See you tomorrow.